What's up, y'all? Another quick vlog style video, whatever. Again, for those of you who judge me by my mic, just know that I'm not a content creator. I'm actually out here in the field wholesaling. Actually, I'm not in the field physically at any houses because we're completely virtual. But yeah, my primary business is wholesaling real estate. It's not making content. So forgive me for my roughness on camera. But I'm on the way to my studio right now, and I thought I'd have a quick discussion because I had someone in my comments yesterday ask me, is wholesaling saturated? And I thought, shit, that's a good question, because before I jumped back into wholesaling, I was asking myself the same thing, literally, researching the same thing. Is wholesaling saturated? And I wanna address that. The short answer, is it saturated? No. And I'm gonna tell you why. Are there a lot of wholesalers? Yeah, but you gotta put things in context. You don't have a lot of true wholesalers. You don't have a lot of true business owners. You got a lot of people who see things online, and even when you think about it from that standpoint, realistically, if you compare it to other industries, other niches, like the online creator space and stuff, like folks who are making courses and stuff like that, if you look at the views on those videos compared to wholesale videos, the wholesale videos have dramatically or drastically less people watching it. So that's a clear indicator that it's not saturated. Next, you gotta know that if you've ever been in like a wholesale group or something before, most of the people in there are not getting consistent deals. Most of the people in those groups, they'll flow in, they'll flow out, because they just can't, it's not what they thought it was, or they just don't have what it takes to actually, get consistent deal flow. So it's not oversaturated at all. Now, you got some big juggernauts in this space, who take up a decent market share, but that's in any industry. Most of the business, is probably, captured by 20% of the wholesalers. Your goal is just to be in that 20%, and it's relatively easy if you got good systems in place, if you have good sales systems in place, if you have good follow-up systems in place, if you have a good operational, system in place, and you actually have a team that you can scale with. Because most of the people who are approaching wholesale, they're approaching it from a side hustle or a hobby standpoint. So they're going to get side hustle and hobby results. The people who treat it like a real genuine business, they invest in their education, they network, they invest in improving their sales training in every aspect of their business. Those are people who are taking it serious, and guess what? You get out what you put in. Life is super simple. Like, output equals input. You know what I'm saying? Like, on a super simple level, if you put in enough work, you can't help but get results. So when people say it's oversaturated, no, what they're really they're a little confused, because what they're really saying is there's a lot of people interested in wholesaling, or I think there's a lot of people wholesaling, because when I talk to sellers, they always say, hey, I'm tired of you guys sending me messages and stuff like that. And the reality is, half them people who send the messages, their first time sending messages. It's maybe 2 or 3 of them that have been consistently sending them messages for years. It's very rare that you got somebody who's super consistent with wholesaling. The folks who are super consistent with wholesaling, they're easily doing $1 million plus a year. But the people who are not consistent, they're not even doing 6 figures a year, and that means they phase out quickly because, again, it didn't meet their expectations. So if you don't, and again, another mental shift that I had to take, not even from just a wholesaling standpoint, but just from a life standpoint, thinking about if something is oversaturated, man, from a spiritual standpoint, like this whole world is an abundant environment. Like everything is in abundance. You can't go into no industry. That's like saying, man, this car sales, saturated. It's a million car salesmen out here. It's a million cars. Should I stop selling cars? Like, nah, because there's demand for it. And if you are good, you are always going to stand out against the crowd of people who are doing bad. And in any given industry, I assure you, there's a lot of people doing bad. There's a lot of people that you can do better than. There's a lot of people who don't have a sales script with wholesaling. There's a lot of people who don't have a good follow-up system in their CRM. There's a lot of people who don't even understand how to build out a good CRM. There's a lot of people who don't have a sales team. They don't know how to hire. It's a lot of people who don't know a lot of shit. So if you come in and you make up your mind like, all right, cool, whether it's saturated or not, guess what? I'm coming in and I'm stepping on shit. I hate to say it like that, but that's the attitude that you really got to have. I'm coming in and I'm stepping. Because if you're not, that 20% of the market who is actually stepping, they're going to step all over you if you don't have that attitude. I was on a call with a guy last night. He was telling me his sales script. And he got it from like this big name guru that a lot of people, flock to. And I'm sitting here listening to their sales script, and I'm like, if we get on the phone with the same seller, I'm gonna eat his lunch. You'll never compete with me with that script, with that attitude and that sales script. Like, you will never compete with me. Or if you do compete with me, I'm gonna blow you out the water every chance I get, every single time, because my delivery is gonna be stronger. My methodology is going to be stronger because I've studied it longer. I've figured out the kinks. I know what psychological triggers to poke at to get a seller to experience certain emotions. I know what things to do to get a seller on my page. Make sure I'm in control of that situation without being pushy or aggressive. There's nothing aggressive or nothing pushy about our script at all. And when I say script, I don't want you to think that it's word for word, something that you just always, no, it's a protocol. It's certain elements of the conversation that we have to do on every single call. It's just elements. You can put those elements however you want. But again, that comes from practice. That comes from being around the right people. And that in itself separates us from 99% of the other wholesalers in the market. So whether I came in yesterday or 10 years ago, saturated, not saturated, fake saturated, real saturated, the marketplace is full of people who bullshit. So if you coming in and you gonna be some bullshit, expect some bullshit results. I hope YouTube don't block my video, because I'm getting a little passionate when I talk about working and stuff, man. But anyway, I digress. So is wholesaling saturated? No. Is there room for you? Absolutely. Does it require work? Absolutely. Is it easy? No. Is it simple? Yeah. But that's the delusion. People confuse simplicity with easy. The most sophisticated things in the world are simple. Don't mean they're easy. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy this. Let me know, comment below on what other things that you want to know from me, what you want me to cover. Again, every day I'm in the field working as far as, growing my wholesale business. It's me and 4 other guys. I got 3 acquisition guys. I got 1 disposition guy. And we're growing, but we're going to rock out with this same team right here for the rest of the quarter. We're going to see what happens at the next quarter. See if we want to add some more people, track some people. We're just going to look at the numbers or whatnot. But again, if you have questions for somebody who is really on the ground, really doing this stuff, not too far removed to whereas my main concern is content, take full advantage of that. Take full advantage of that, because there's not a lot of people out there doing this. So anyway, peace out, y'all. Enjoy y'all day.